Okay, imagine this for a second. You wake up and something in your house, something you rely on every day, just stops.
Hmm.
Not because it's broken exactly, but because the uh the invisible signal it needs has just been switched off.
Yeah, that sounds unsettling. And it's not hypothetical for everyone.
No, absolutely not. That's what we're diving into today, this looming deadline affecting, well, quite a few older electricity meters here in the UK.
That's right. We're talking about the radio switch service meters, RTS for short. Thousands of homes still have them.
RTS meters. Okay. And the crunch is this signal they use. It's being turned off, right?
Correct. The big date is June 30th, 2025. After that, the signal goes dead.
So what do these meters actually do? I mean, beyond just measuring electricity.
Well, their main job, traditionally, was managing specific tariffs. Think Economy 7, where you get cheaper electricity at night.
Ah, okay. The off-peak rates.
Exactly. The radio signal basically told the meter, okay, switch to the cheap rate now, or switch back to the peak rate.
Makes sense.
And in some cases, they did more. They actually controlled heating systems or hot water, turning them on and off based on that same radio signal.
Right. So they were kind of like early smart home tech in a way, tied to that radio wave.
You could sort of see it like that, yeah. A clever solution for its time, definitely. Using the long wave signal alongside BBC Radio 4, actually.
Huh. Okay, so the signal's going off June 2025. What's the fallout for people who still have these meters then, if they don't upgrade?
It could be quite problematic. Seriously. There's a risk, potentially, of disconnection.
Disconnection, like no power at all.
Well, suppliers need meters that accurately record usage. If the RTS meter can't function properly anymore because the signal's gone, disconnection is a possibility they might have to consider eventually.
Wow. Okay, what else?
Another big one is cost. You could get stuck permanently on the peak electricity rate.
Ouch. So even if you use power overnight, you're paying the high daytime price.
Exactly. Bills can shoot out. And then there's the heating and hot water issue.
Right, you said they controlled those sometimes.
Yeah. So the system might get stuck permanently on, which means huge bills, obviously. Or maybe worse in winter, stuck permanently off.
Permanently off. Not ideal. So, British Gas has warned its customers, I saw.
They have. They mentioned having around 12,000 customers still need to get upgraded. It's a significant number just for one supplier.
12,000. And that's down from more, presumably?
Yeah, they said they'd reduced it from about 61,000, so progress is being made, but still quite a way to go. And they're really emphasizing, get it swapped to make sure your heating and hot water keep working as they should.
So this isn't just a British Gas thing, it's wider.
Oh, definitely. It's a UK-wide issue. The latest figures from Ofgem, the regulator, suggest something like 415,000 meters across the country still need replacing.
400,000. Okay, that's huge.
It is. And you've got other big suppliers, Octopus Energy, Eon Next, EDF. They're all contacting their customers too, pushing for these upgrades.
So nearly 500,000 homes facing potential disruption or higher bills. What's the fix? What are people supposed to switch to?
The main solution being pushed is smart meters.
Right. The modern digital ones.
Exactly. They can do the same job for tariffs like Economy 7, switching rates, but they use a reliable digital signal, not the old long-wave radio one.
And they have other benefits too, don't they? Like showing you your usage.
Yeah, that's a big plus. You get real-time information on how much energy you're using, which, can actually help you manage it better and maybe save some money. It's not just about avoiding the RTS problem.
So it's an upgrade in functionality too, not just a replacement.
Pretty much, yes. It brings metering up to date.
We heard about one case, didn't we? Someone's bill doubling because the heating got stuck on.
That's right. A faulty RTS meter caused that.
Yeah.
It really shows the practical kind of financial hit this could have if things go wrong.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, 415,000 still outstanding. That's a lot of meters to change before June next year.
It is. It requires customers to engage and book appointments, which isn't always straightforward.
So for anyone listening now, maybe wondering, hold on, do I have one of these? What's the key advice?
Don't wait. That's the main thing. Don't just assume you'll get a letter or call, although suppliers are trying, if you have any doubt about what kind of meter you have.
Especially if you're on Economy 7 or maybe have electric storage heaters.
Yes, particularly then. The best thing to do is contact your energy supplier directly. Now,
Just call them up or check online?
exactly. Ask them, do I have an RTS meter? They can check their records for your property and tell you definitively. And if you do, they can start the process of getting it swapped for a smart meter.
And British Gas's point was to do it sooner rather than later, right? For the heating and hot water continuity.
Precisely. Avoid that potential headache and avoid potentially getting stuck on higher rates.
And the regulator, Ofgem, they expect suppliers to sort this out for people.
They do. Ofgem expects suppliers to find suitable meter and tariff arrangements for all their RTS customers before the deadline. So there's regulatory pressure too.
Okay, so let's just quickly pull that together. Old RTS meters relying on a radio signal are being phased out.
Signal off June 30th, 2025.
If you don't upgrade from an RTS meter, you risk higher bills,
Huh.
potentially disconnection eventually, or your heating and hot water going haywire.
Could be stuck on, could be stuck off.
Hundreds of thousands still need changing across the UK. Suppliers are urging people to switch, usually to a smart meter.
Which offers similar functions plus real-time data.
And the crucial step, if you're unsure, is
Contact your supplier now. Don't delay.
get it checked, get it sorted, avoid the hassle later.
That's the core message. Timely action is key.
You know, it really makes you think, doesn't it? This whole situation. How many other bits of tech, maybe invisible infrastructure like this, are just quietly ticking along in our lives?
Yeah.
That might face a similar kind of obsolescence down the line. Things we just take for granted.
It's a good point. We rely on so many systems.
So maybe the final thought for everyone listening is, beyond just checking your meter, how do we even start to think about preparing for those kinds of transitions with other technologies we depend on?
Yeah, how do we stay ahead of the curve? Definitely
Yeah.
something to ponder.